Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about the vertical turbine pump. Before I start video, if you not subscribe my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon. So let's start the video. What is the main part of vertical turbine pump? Okay, these one are the GA drawing of vertical turbine pump. So let's start. The first one part is the delivery band motor stool. Okay, these one are the delivery band and upper one is the motor stool. Okay, delivery band and motor stool are the stationary part of the vertical turbine pump. It is also called as DBMS. DBMS means delivery band motor stool. Main function of delivery band is to deliver a pumping fluid. Motor stool is used for pump and motor alignment. Motor is a rest on the motor stool, give a support to the motor. Second point part is the shaft tube. These one are the shaft tube. Shaft tube is a cylindrical hollow metal tube mounted over the shaft. It is used for protecting shaft from the corrosion and erosion. Okay, third one part is the stepping box. These one are the stepping box. It is mounted in the delivery band. Stepping box assembly is used to prevent leakage from the pump. In stepping box assembly for preventing leakage, used a gland assembly or the mechanical seal. Okay, fourth one part is thread bearing assembly. Okay, these one are the thread bearing assembly. Okay, it is mounted in the motor stool. Thread bearing assembly is used for balancing axial thrust. In thread bearing assembly for cooling purpose use oil or grease. Okay, fifth one part is intermediate pipe. Okay, these one are the intermediate pipe. Okay, intermediate pipe is used for extension of pump length as per requirement. Okay, sixth one part is a main rising pipe. Okay, these one are the main rising pipe. Okay, it is located above the bowl assembly. Main rising pipe is also called as the bottom pipe. Main purpose of main rising pipe is to reduce the velocity. Okay, next one part is the shaft. These one are the middle ones are the shaft. Shaft is a rotating component used for transfer energy motor to impeller. Next one part is the mop coupling. Main function of mop coupling is used to connect shaft to each other. Next one part is the bearing push. Okay, these one are the bearing push. Bearing push is a provided support to shaft and reduce the friction. Next one part is the diffuser. Okay, these one are the diffuser. Diffuser is the house of main rotating hydraulic assembly. Main purpose to give a direction to a fluid. Next one is the impeller. These one are the impeller. Impeller is a main rotating part of the pump. Impeller is also called as the heart of the pump. It is a generated head and delivered a fluid. Okay, next one part is the suction bell mouth. Okay, these one are the suction bell mouth. Suction bell mouth is the end part of the vertical turbine pump. Main function is to rise intake fluid area and reduce the friction and velocity. Okay, next one is the neck ring. Okay, these one are the neck ring. Neck ring is located below the impeller. The main function of neck ring is to protect impeller from wear and tear. Last one part is the suction strainer. Okay, these one are the strainer. Strainer is to prevent a foreign particle from a fluid and prevent to stuck in the impeller. Okay, these one are the main part of the vertical turbine pump. Okay, next one is the working of vertical turbine pump. Okay, these one are the vertical turbine pump. Okay, vertical turbine is a main centrifugal type of pump. As per vertical position, vertical turbine pump is popularly known as the VT pump. Okay, in vertical turbine pump, motor is always at the top of the pump. Vertical pump has a customized design as per requirement. VT pump are used high and low pressure as well as the high and low flow application. Next one is the bowl assembly. Okay, here we are looking the detailed part of the bowl assembly. Okay, bowl assembly is the main hydraulic part of the vertical turbine pump. Okay, so first one part is the shaft. Shaft is a rotating component used for transfer energy motor to impeller. Second one part is the MUP coupling. Okay. Main function of MUP coupling is used to connect two shafts to each other. Third one part is the bottom pipe. Okay. Bottom pipe is used to adjust the length of the bowl assembly. Next one is the interbowl bearing. Interbowl bearing is a give support to a shaft and reduce a friction. Next one is the bowl. Bowl is the house of diffuser, impeller and the neck ring. Next one is the impeller. Impeller is used to generate head and the flow. It is the heart of the pump. Next one is the neck ring. Neck ring is used to protect impeller from wear and tear. Next one is the impeller nose cap. Impeller nose cap is a lock nut. It is used to keep impeller in a position. Next one part is the suction bell mouth. Suction bell mouth is the end part of the vertical turbine pump. Main function is to raise intake fluid area and reduce the friction and velocity. These one are the main part of the bowl assembly. Next one is the MUP coupling assembly. MUP coupling assembly is used to interconnecting to two shafts. Okay. Following are the main part of the MUP coupling assembly. Look in the picture. First one part is the shaft. Okay. There are the two shafts to connect to each other. Okay. Then insert the split collar as per the picture position. Okay. After inserting split collar, insert a shaft key. Okay, you can insert the shaft key on the both the shaft. Fourth one part is the sleeve or MUP coupling. Okay, look in the picture. These are the sleeve. Okay, you can insert the sleeve. These are the MUP coupling assembly step by step. Okay, I hope you understand. Next one assembly is the stepping box assembly. Okay, these are the stepping box assembly. Look in the picture. Okay, main function of stepping box assembly is a sealing. It is a prevent water from over the shaft. Following are the main part of the stepping box assembly. Okay, first one part is the shaft. These are the stepping box in blue color. These one are the stepping box. Third one part is the gland. These one are the gland packing. It is use a graphite cotton or Teflon packing. These one are the gland stud and these one are the gland stud tapping used for the clamp the gland. Fourth one are the lateral ring or it is called as a log ring. These one are the gland outlet. These are also sleeve to protect the shaft. So we are looking here the frequently asked question. Okay, first one question is the what is the minimum submergence and how to measure it and what's the importance of the minimum submergence. Okay, minimum submergence is the minimum water level required above the suction bell mouth. Okay, suppose these one are the sump level and these one are the water level. Okay, we can insert here the vertical turbine pump. Okay, so what is the minimum submergence? Minimum submergence is the distance from the bell mouth. Okay, it is a minimum water level required to a pump operation. Okay, every pump manufacturer are provided the minimum submergence value. Okay, if anyone not provided it, so how we calculate the minimum submergence? Okay, it is a required minimum 2D distance. Okay, so what is the 2D? Suppose these one are the suction strainer, dia is a D. Okay, so keep minimum distance 2D from the suction bell mouth. So question is that how much ground clearance is required? Okay, so minimum ground clearance required to pump operation is a 0.5 D from the suction strainer to sump level. Okay, suppose these one are the sump wall. Okay, so how much distance required from the pump to sump wall? Okay, minimum 1D distance required from sump wall to strainer for a pump operation. These are the minimum requirement of smooth operation of the vertical turbine pump. So next one frequently asked question is, what is the bowl head and what is the nozzle head? Okay, so for this one are the vertical turbine pump. Okay, bowl head is the actual pump design head generated at the impeller center. Pump nozzle head is a system head to get at a delivery center. It's a calculation done with the consideration of the minimum water level at the site. Suppose we are taken here example. Okay, these one are the bowl head generated at the impeller center, and these one are the nozzle head generated at the delivery bend center. Okay, and suppose these one are the water level. Okay, so impeller center to water level is the 5 meter. Okay, and water level to delivery center is a 10 meter. Okay, so what is the bowl head? Bowl head is equal to nozzle head plus head loss. Head loss means a friction loss plus viscous appendage of delivery pipe plus static head. Okay, if anybody don't know how to calculate a viscous appendage of delivery pipe, okay, I already make video on it. Please watch it. I give link in the description. Okay. Suppose at the delivery center we have getting the 80 meters head, means the nozzle head is 80 meter plus 0.25 meters of head loss, means the friction loss. Viscous amount 2G of delivery pipe is a 0.42 meter and plus 10 meter is the static head from water level to delivery center. So total bowl head is equal to 19.67 meter. Okay, here we are getting the bowl head. So how to calculate the nozzle head? Nozzle head is equal to bowl head minus head loss minus viscous appendage of delivery pipe minus a static head. So our nozzle head is equal to 80 meter. Okay, here we are calculating the bowl head and the nozzle head. So question is that why we are taken the static head at 10 meter, not a 15 meter? Because of our water level is at 10 meter. Okay, so atmospheric pressure on the water is a 5 meter up to impeller center. So atmospheric pressure minus a static head. So 5 minus 5 here 0. So we are taken the static head from the water level to delivery center, not a impeller center to delivery center. Okay. Third one frequently asked question is the, from how much depth can a pump extract water? Okay. Vertical turbine pump impeller are already in submergence condition, so pump has no effect on how much depth. Pump can be extended length as per requirement with extension of the intermediate pipe. Vertical turbine pump to be designed with a consideration of the minimum water level. Fourth one asked question is that, what is the benefit of the vertical turbine pump? Okay, so we are looking here the benefit of the vertical turbine pump. Okay, as per vertical position, motor assembled on the top of the pump. So motor is always safe at the fluid condition. Second one benefit is pump can be used in high pressure or low pressure as well as high and low flow requirement. Third one benefit, we are comparing here with multi-stage pump. Okay, multi-stage pump are normally used for high pressure requirement and low flow requirement. But vertical turbine pump is one of the centrifugal pump are used in high flow with high pressure application. Fourth one benefit is the, due to a customized design, VT pump furnish all the fulfilled requirement. Fifth one is, due to impeller submergence condition, chance of cavitation is a very low in a vertical turbine pump. Okay, these one are the benefit of the vertical turbine pump. Okay, thank you. I hope you like this video. Okay, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and the press bell icon for the quick notification. Thank you so much.